What if I told you that right now, yes, this exact season is one of the best times to land your next project manager role? Most people are slowing down. They're thinking about pumpkin spice lattes, holiday shopping, and saying things like, I'll start my job search in January. Meanwhile, hiring managers are doing the opposite. They are quietly finalizing budgets, backfilling roles, and lining up project managers to lead Q1 initiatives before the year ends. If you've ever thought about your missed window, this episode will show you that Q4 might be a golden opportunity to make your move. Welcome back to the Project Manager Connection podcast. I am your host, Anna Anderson, career coach, PMP trainer, and the founder of the Women Project in Project Management Network, as well as the Project Training Network. I help people, career changers, break into six-figure project manager roles with confidence and clarity, and also help them pass their project management professional certification on their first try. And today, we are talking about why fall is secretly one of the best times to land a project manager role and exactly how to take advantage of it. If you've been telling yourself to wait until next year, you're about to think that strategy. So here's a little known truth. Fall is a hidden hiring season. While January, February are known for big job posting spikes, October through December is when hiring managers quietly lock in their candidates. And here's why Q4 is golden. First reason is budgets are being finalized. Companies are planning for next year right now. Department heads already know which projects are approved and which teams are undersourced. So they don't want to wait until January to start hiring. They'll miss the Q1 deadline. So they want to start doing that right now. And they start processing that right now. So that's the first reason. The second reason is backfilling happens before the holidays. We know people take time off during the holidays. So people change jobs, people get promoted or leave before year end, take vacations or sabbatical, whatever it is. So companies want those roles filled so projects don't stall during the holidays. That's the second reason. The third reason is Q1 projects need project managers lined up early. New initiatives, launches, system rollouts are kicking off in January, but onboarding a PM in January sometimes can be too late. They need someone in place now to start strong. And here's the kicker. Many of those roles aren't even posted yet. Decision makers are networking. Maybe they're reviewing things like referrals and lining up interviews in October and November so that by the time January hits, they've already chosen who the people they want to support their projects and their initiatives. So as this is happening, I want you to have a mindset shift during this time. I know what you're thinking. You're probably like, isn't it too late in the year? Absolutely not. In fact, this is your advantage. Most job seekers take their foot off the gas in Q4. They assume the market is slow, so the competition drops. That means the people who are visible now, refreshing things like their resumes, reaching out to their network, applying, are the ones who get those interviews. Think of it this way. You start networking now, interviews in November, offer in December, right before the holidays, and you start right in the beginning of January. Or you wait until January, apply with everyone else, interviews in February, maybe going into March. What timeline do you want, especially if you're looking for your next project manager opportunities? So, here are the top mistakes I see job seekers sometimes make during Q4 period. You wait until January. By then, many roles are already filled behind the scenes. I'm not saying that there are not going to be roles in January, but I want you to start thinking about those opportunities now. Another thing is you're only applying online. This is the slowest way to get hired. 70% of jobs are through referrals or networking. I know sometimes people are like, I don't want to cold call. I don't want to email some random stranger. But sometimes emailing some random stranger, cold calling, cold emailing could be the opportunity that you have been waiting for. Another thing is ignoring contract or temporary opportunities. Many Q4 openings starts as a 6 to 12 month contract to support year-end projects or Q1 launches. And guess what? high performers often get converted to full-time opportunities. Do not underestimate contract opportunities and do not underestimate temporary roles. If you avoid these traps, you're already in motion while others are waiting for the new year to feel ready. All right. So, what can you do right now? Let's talk strategy, because knowing fall is hard for hiring is one thing, but taking action is what will land you that opportunity. So, here are three things I want you to do this week. It's only the beginning of the week. So, these are a couple of things I want you to do. Refresh your resume and your LinkedIn, also known as your marketing documents. Make sure your experience speaks the language of project management, even if your title is not project manager, because we know all of us have project managers. We just have to utilize our transferable skills and learn some of those hard skills. So highlight your leadership moment. Cross-functional collaboration. What are some of the tools and approaches you're familiar with? Jira, Microsoft Project. We just did a class on how to use Azure DevOps as a project management tool. So things like that. Also showcase your measurable results with star story examples. Your profile should make hiring managers think they could step in and lead a project tomorrow. So that's the first thing. The second thing is start strategic networking. Don't wait for job postings. Start reaching out to people at places that you want to work at right now. Past colleagues and managers, leaders at companies that you admire, maybe alumni from your project management professional, PMP, CAPM, agile programs, maybe some groups that you're part of, people posting about hiring on LinkedIn. Send a simple message, for example, hi, I noticed that your team is growing. I'm exploring project management opportunities this fall and would love to hear about your work. Something like that, so that you're introducing yourself and at least being intentional about that. The third thing is being interview ready. I cannot emphasize this enough. Even if you don't feel 100% ready, start practicing your star stories right now in the mirror with somebody else. Write them down. Hiring managers often move faster in Q4. They want to secure candidates very, very quickly before some of those budgets close. Okay. Let me tell you a story about one of my candidates, or rather, one of my clients. She earned her project management professional certification, had been applying for such a long time. She almost gave up to go back to Kenya. And if you listen to this story, I know you're gonna giggle. So she almost gave up because she was just like, nothing is coming for me and stuff like that. Well, she ended up applying for an opportunity, ended up interviewing, ended up getting three job offers in October, and she picked up one, and she started in November. And she, couple of weeks ago, or rather a month ago, she let me know how she led a multi-million dollar project from the beginning to the end. It was very, very successful. But can you imagine it should given up and she told herself no? She believed in herself and she gave herself one final opportunity, and she was finally hired in Q4. So this is your Q4 action plan. Week one, I want you to refresh your resume and your LinkedIn profile. And maybe not the whole week, but if at least you can do one thing, refresh your resume and also refresh your LinkedIn profile. I want you also to start networking. So that's week two. Start networking, sending out at least 3 messages per day. The worst is no, or the worst, someone will just ignore you, and that is okay. For example, platforms like LinkedIn have a billion users. So if someone ignores you, it's fine. You'll move on to the next person. So start networking. Send messages to people at places that you want to work at today. People at places who can probably refer you to opportunities that you want to. Reaching out to agencies. Do all those things. Start networking and document them. I want you also to apply to 5 to 10 roles in week three, and also do mock interviews, whether you're doing it in the mirror, whether you're doing it with a friend, whether you're just practicing out loud. I want you to do that. And then also week four, follow up with those people that you had reached out to, reach out to them and say, hey, I reached out to you, just again as a follow up. If they ignore you, then move on to the next person, and also continuously prep for your interview. Those small, consistent steps right now can lead to your job offer by the new year. So fall isn't about just being perfect. It's about you being present, Companies are hiring right now. They're looking for proactive candidates who raise their hand before the crowd rushes in. That's very important. So if you've been waiting for a sign to start your project manager job search, this is it. This is your sign. Start doing it now. All right. If this episode resonated with you, share it with a friend or tag me on platforms like LinkedIn or Instagram. And if you want a step-by-step support with things like your resume, your interviews, or LinkedIn, check out the resources in the show notes. I want you to remember that you are qualified, you are also capable, and you're ready. Until next time, I wish you well. Okay.